Hello everyone, this is Crystal Guardian here to do another tarot reading for the collective. We're going to call in our guides, guardians, spirit, ancestors. Please give us your divine guidance and wisdom in this reading today. Let us know anything that we need to know. Any negative energies being sent our way, please return them back to the sender. We ask this in the name of the Most High. Thank you. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the blues. Scared, heavy emotions, mental distress. We have harmony fly out. That's in reverse. So in the upright, this is about balance, peace, and happiness. So somebody's feeling disharmony right now, unhappy, unbalanced, no peace. We have boo coming out, my boo. Official status, exclusive relationship, seeing each other openly. That came out crossing. So I'm not going to take all of these, but I did see this when I split the deck. Sipping is here, and that is in the reverse. This is about being nosy, spreading rumors, gossiping. So whatever's going on, this other person does not want people to know about this situation. They're trying to keep it under wraps right now. Okay, we have supersize me, doing too much, excessive overindulgence. We have black sheep, rebelling, going against expectations, defying the norms. We have numbing coming out, self-medicating, addictions, irrational behavior. That came out crossing. Just get a couple more. Okay, I'm not going to take all of these. I'm just going to take this Bonnie and Clyde. It says ride or die, us against the world, dedicated partnership. Okay, so somebody's going through the blues right now. It says heavy emotions, mental distress, scared. Whatever's going on, this has them in a state of unhappiness, unrest. There's no balance in this situation. With my boo coming out crossing, this is somebody, and then sipping coming out in the reverse. Whatever's going on here, whoever this person is, I'm getting that this is a past person. They're seeing somebody new, or they could be seeing you again, but they're trying to keep this under wraps. They don't want this to be official. They don't want an exclusive relationship. They don't want people to know about this. I'm feeling like this is somebody that you're currently interacting with, whether this is an ex that you hooked back up with, or this is somebody new. Whoever this is, this could also be your energy here with the blues and this disharmony, because whoever you're seeing, they're trying to put you in a situationship. They don't want this out in the open. They don't want people knowing about this. They're trying to keep it a secret. They don't want anybody finding out. They're telling you that you're in this Bonnie and Clyde, ride or die, us against the world, dedicated partnership. Whoever this person is, they're leading you on. I don't want to be mean, I guess you would say. Like, I'm trying to say it gently as I can. But whoever this person is, they don't want people to know about your relationship. They're trying to hide this. They don't want people to know. They don't want people to find out. They don't want people talking about this. They're telling you that you're in this ride or die Bonnie and Clyde relationship, but they're really putting you in a situationship. And I'm getting here with the black sheep that the reason that they're doing this is because they feel like whatever this situation is, now this could be somebody you had a past relationship with and went back to. It was a relationship that people did not approve of. They don't want people to find out because them being with you is them rebelling either against their friends, their family, with the black sheep being here. By them being with you, they feel like they're going against expectations. That's why they're trying to keep your relationship under wraps. They feel like they're better than you. That's why they're trying to hide this. They feel like people would not accept the two of you being together in a relationship that was out and open, like an official relationship. I feel like to some degree you know this, and that's why these two cards are coming out. Like they're telling you that this is a Bonnie and Clyde ride or die relationship, but you know that's not really the case, that they're trying to just put you in a situationship and keep you hidden from their friends, their family, other people. They could even be in an official relationship with somebody else and have you on the side. And they're telling you that you two are really meant to be. But at the same time, they're hiding this. And I feel like you know this. And that's why the blues and harmony is coming out in the reverse, because you're not really okay with this. This is causing you mental distress. This is affecting your happiness and your peace. I feel like they might do too much with the supersize me being here. I have a feeling this person tends to lay it on thick. They're excessive. Like, I feel like that's how they suck you in, is by making all these promises to you, by trying to like go above and beyond, um, promising you things, saying that you're gonna have this and this and that together when this happens, when that happens. I feel like they don't really follow through on these promises though. Then with the numbing coming out here crossing, this is self-medicating addictions, irrational behavior. So you might feel like this person's behavior is irrational. This person might be drinking or have drug addictions. Maybe that's why they're not letting people know about you, because they're not really in a position to have a stable relationship. Let's get some more with the tarot. Okay, why is the blues out here? Okay, this is basically what I was saying. With the blues being here, um, says scared, heavy emotions, mental distress. The King of Swords came out. This is giving me the energy of this person making you promises, but at the same time, they have this sword up against you. They don't want to let their boundaries down. They don't want to let you in to a full-fledged actual relationship. They make you a lot of promises. They future fake. Oh, when this happens, we'll be together. Oh, when this happens, once I do this, then we can let people know about us. But they've always got like, they're half in and half out of this relationship. They have their sword up against you. they're not, they could be cold towards you, is what I'm getting. They could be ruthless and cold towards you, but at the same time, they want to control you. And I feel like you know this. You see what this person does, you see the way that they treat you, how they won't let people know about your relationship. They won't make it official. They don't want anyone to know. They feel ashamed to be with you, honestly, with the black sheep being here. And that is putting you in this Nine of Swords where you're overwhelmed with anxiety and depression. This is traumatic to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't want to acknowledge you publicly, make it official. This is traumatizing for you. This is leading to a lot of anxiety in your life. Okay, why is harmony out here in the reverse? Okay. So, the reason they're doing this, part of the reason they're doing this, like I said, they feel like almost like, how do I put this? Like you're not good enough for them. That's how they're feeling. Like, to go and make this relationship official. They feel like they have other options that might be better. That's why they don't want to come out and make this relationship official. With the Seven of Cups being here, they feel like they might have other opportunities that are better elsewhere. That's why they don't want to have any kind of real commitment towards you. With the Six of Cups being here in the reverse, this is somebody who's very careless with your emotions. The Knight of Wands here, they're focusing mostly on passion and lust. They're not really taking you seriously. And I feel like you know this. They don't take your relationship seriously. They view you as an option. They're careless with your emotions. They're just caring about fulfilling their own lusts and passions. They're impulsive. And I feel like you know this, and that's why you don't feel a sense of happiness or harmony or balance in this relationship. You know they're not giving you equal give and take. With the Hierophant being here, I feel like you want something official. You want a traditional relationship. You want to be, you want an official status. That's what you want. And this person is basically just playing games with you. They're not going to make it official. With the Fool here, person is somebody who just wants to be a free spirit. They want to have other opportunities because we did see the Seven of Cups here. They view you as an option. If something better comes along, they're going to leap at that chance with the Fool being here. And I feel like you know this and you want something official with this person, with the Hierophant being here. I don't feel like this is something that this person is going to be able to give you. I feel like on some level you know this. I feel like this person does lead you on. They breadcrumb you. They want to keep hanging on to you, but they don't want to actually give you any kind of commitment. Why is my boo out here crossing? Okay. So, with the Sun being out here, this is about positivity, happiness, success, joy. I feel like when you met this person, you thought this was going to be something that was real, that you could have an exclusive official relationship with this person that made you extremely happy. But this person wants to put you in a stalemate here with this Two of Swords, with it coming out in the reverse. I feel like intuitively you know this, that this person is never going to take this relationship any further. You need to have decisiveness to take action, to decide what you want. If you want to be stuck in this situationship wasting your time, or if you want to close out the cycle with the World being here, move on so that you can find your joy elsewhere. And I really feel like for justice to be served, for you to gain justice, fairness, equality, you know that you have to end this cycle with the World being here. You have to close this relationship out. You have to be decisive, make a decision. Do you want to be trapped in a situationship with somebody who doesn't take you seriously? Or do you want to close this cycle out so that you can manifest in with the Magician here? This is about taking action, having self confidence and willpower to manifest what you actually want in your life. With the Sun being here, for you to manifest your joy, to bring yourself a sense of justice, you need to stop being indecisive and close out this cycle with this person, because they're not going to give you what you're looking for in a relationship. They're trying to keep you under wraps with the sipping here in the reverse. They don't want people to know that you're a couple. They're basically just using you at this point, with sipping being here in the reverse. The reason that this person doesn't want other people to know about your relationship is because they're putting you in third parties, with the Three of Cups being here, with the Ace of Wands being here. This is somebody who's always looking for new opportunities. I mean, like, look at the picture of the wand. What does it look like? This is somebody who is led around by their wand. They want to go out, lay it all over the town. They're going to put you in third party situations here with the Three of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody who's very careless, impulsive, unpredictable. They go around with the Knight of Cups offering this cup to you and whoever else they think is an option. Like I said, with the Fool coming out and the Seven of Cups, this person doesn't see you as being serious, somebody they're going to be serious with. They see you as an option. You're this Empress here, and they're not seeing you as the Empress. They're being very reckless and impulsive. They're coming in with this Knight of Cups, offering you this cup, but at the same time, they're not serious about it. They're very careless, impulsive, reckless. They're going to keep putting you in third parties. They're led around by their wand. They don't want other people knowing that you're in a relationship, because that's going to fuck up these other options that they have. If people know that you're together, that's going to mess up like their opportunities with third party situations, basically. Now, with supersize being out here, I feel like they do make a lot of promises, but these are promises they have no intentions on fulfilling. I feel like they future fake you a lot. But I also feel like with this being here, they overindulge, they do things in excess. And that can also be people. Like one person in a relationship is not enough for them. They want to go out and see what their options are. They overindulge in relationships, not even relationships, like, I don't know how to say that. Um this person could be a sex addict. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, they want variety. They don't want to be tied down with one person. They have a tendency to overindulge with things. And like I said, we saw the numbing come out here. This could be alcohol, this could be drugs, this is just reckless sex, things like that. They don't want to be tied down. Why is supersize me out here? Okay, yeah, this person, first of all, with the Two of Wands here, like I said, you have a choice to make. Do you want to close this out and do what's best for you? Find somebody who is going to take you seriously in a relationship, or continue this cycle? You have this choice here with the Two of Wands, what you want to do in this situation. You need to reflect on this. But at the same time, I feel like this person has hard time making decisions and choices too. I feel like they tend to flip flop back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They want you one day, the next day they want to be with somebody else, the next day they want to be with you, the next day they want to keep their options open. Like they can't make up their mind. This person with the Four of Cups being here, this person has severe FOMO. They're afraid of missing out. Any opportunities they don't take, they see it as a missed opportunity. With the Ace of Pentacles here, I feel like they're always chasing new opportunities. They feel like they're going to miss out. If they're tied to one person, if they make a relationship official, they fear that they're going to be missing out on better options. They have a hard time making choices with the Two of Wands being here. With the Five of Swords being here, this person does have a tendency to be selfish and sneaky. They're more focused on self-serving needs. They don't care if they betray others as long as they're getting what they want out of the situation. And with the Knight of Pentacles being here, I feel like this person, Knight of Pentacles is usually somebody who is efficient, responsible, dependable. This could be your energy. You're somebody who's responsible, dependable. But I'm almost getting, with this Knight of Pentacles being here, they're very methodical. Like that's the reason why they future fake. That's the reason why they'll promise you things, say you're in this ride or die relationship, but yet they don't want people knowing about you, because they do things very methodically. They want to keep control over you, but they want to keep their options open at the same time. This is not someone you can trust. Like I said, they do have a fear of missing out on something better. This person has a grass is greener syndrome. No matter how wonderful you are, perfect you are, they're going to feel like they settled for you and like they're missing out on something better by being tied down with you. They're always looking for new opportunities with this Ace of Pentacles here. This isn't just about finances. This is about any opportunities in general. They're afraid of missing out on something new coming along, like I said, that they think might be a better option for them. And then with the Two of Wands being here, like I said, you have to make the decision, because this person is not going to make one. They're going to sit in this energy, keep you tied up in this unofficial relationship, this situationship, for as long as they possibly can. They're not going to, even if they don't really want to be with you, they don't see a future with you, they're not going to cut you loose. They're just basically going to waste your time for as long as they possibly can, just to keep you on the back burner as an option. Black sheep. Why is black sheep here? Okay. So this wanted to come out in reverse. All right. So Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This is about disharmony, misalignment, conflict within a group. So I feel like I said, maybe you don't have as much money as this person's family does. This person maybe comes from a wealthy family and you don't. You might come from different backgrounds, like different races. This person's family might not accept you because of your race, or like I said, your economic background. There's something about you that they don't feel like you're good enough for them. Like their friends or family are going to look down on you. Um that's why it's giving, if people knew about you, like this black sheep energy, defying, it says defying the norms, going against expectations, rebelling. So they look at being with you almost as like rebelling. There's something, and like I said, this could even be that this was your ex and their family just didn't like you. You broke up, now you're back together. They don't want their family to know because their family didn't like you or approve of you. So they almost feel like by being with you, it's rebelling against their friends or their family members. There's some situation, some group situation here that they feel like if this group knew, like I said, could be friends, could be family, whatever, knew that they were with you, like they would catch flack for it from these people, this group. And with the Five of Wands being here, they feel like if this group was to find out that they were in a relationship with you, this group would not approve. There would be a lot of conflict going on here between these people. I'm getting that this is like family members that would not approve of you. Like I said, it could be your economic background, could be your race, could be you've been with this person in the past and their family just didn't like you and they don't want them to know that you guys are back together. Their family just didn't approve of you. Maybe their friends don't approve of you. There's something going on that they feel like if they're, whoever this group is, found out about you two being in a relationship, this would cause a lot of conflict and chaos in this group of people. It would create a lot of arguments and disagreements. So, I mean, if that's the case, if there's no like third party lover involved and it's their family members that are, or their friends that are blocking this connection, you have to realize there's not going to really be any future with this person. These people, when they find out, or if they find out you're in a relationship with this person, this group, they're going to do everything they can to break this up. And if this person's not willing to stand up for you, hasn't been willing to stand up for you in the past with these people, they're not going to do it now. They're not going to fight for you. That's why they don't want people knowing about the situation. So if you go back with this person, say this was your ex and you go back with this person and their family didn't like you, they're not going to suddenly stand up for you if they never defended you to their family before. They're not going to be on your side. They haven't been in the past. If this is a mama's boy or a daddy's girl, they're not going to all of a sudden fight for this connection against their family. They're not going to turn on their family for you. If they haven't in the past, if they haven't sided with you in the past, if they turn on you for their family members, this isn't going to change. This is just going to be, this is why harmony came out in the reverse. This is just going to be an unbalanced, unhappy, chaotic, argumentative situation. So that's part of the reason that if that's the situation, you need to look at closing this cycle. You can't have a future with this person if they're not willing to write these people off, these family members or friends, in favor of you. If they're not willing to choose you over these other people, if they haven't been in the past willing to put you first before these other people, this is not going to work in the long term. So the cycle would need to be closed out. You need to have your with the Queen of Swords being here, you need to make a head over heart decision. You could love this person with all your heart, but if they're not going to stand up for you, they're not going to fight for your connection, they're not going to let it be publicly known they're with you, choose you over these other people, no matter who these other people are, then you need to make a head over heart decision. With the Queen of Swords being here, you need to clear your mind. You need to establish boundaries with this person, that this is not okay, that you should be the priority in your relationship, not these other people ahead of you. Like, they should not be siding with their family or their friends over the person that they're in a relationship with. And they shouldn't be ashamed to let other people know that you're together in this relationship. They shouldn't be hiding you. Now, why is numbing out here and why is it crossing? So, I feel like they're telling me this flipped over, they're telling me to take this. You know that this is irrational behavior, that they're telling you you're ride or die, that you mean the world to them, but yet they're hiding you from their friends, their family, other people. They're hiding your relationship. You know that this is irrational behavior, that this isn't going to be successful in the long term, that this is causing you heartache and trauma. And this flipped over, telling me to take the bottom of the deck. This is a Seven of Wands. You need to maintain your boundaries, protect yourself in this situation. That's why the Seven of Wands is here. This is about defense, challenge, competition. You need to put your boundaries up and protect yourself in this situation. You need to see this for what it is. This is irrational behavior. This person really loved you. If they really felt like you were their ride or die, they wouldn't be trying to hide you. They wouldn't be choosing other people over you. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles coming out. I feel like this is coming out because you need to look at the long-term vision of this relationship. Where is this leading in the long run? If this person's family or friends don't approve of you, if they're ashamed of you, if they're hiding your relationship, they're putting you in a situationship, what is the long term honestly going to be? Like, you need to raise your expectations and look at this from a logical standpoint as far as a long term view of this relationship. Because I feel like if you stay in this, you're going to end up in this Three of Swords. This is about heartbreak in the upright. So this person is going to break your heart. You're going to have to do a lot of recovering after this loss, healing, releasing this to move on from this situation. If you stay in this situation for any extended amount of time, if you tolerate this behavior, this is going to be something that it's going to take you a long time to get over and heal from. With the Page of Swords being here, I feel like you intuitively know this. This is creating restless energy for you. Like, this situationship is not what you're looking for. It's creating a lot of mental distress with the Harmony being in the reverse, the Nine of Swords being here, the blues. It's creating a lot of mental anguish for you, basically. And I feel like you know this. You're holding on to this person because you care about them. You want the situation to change. But I think if you take a step back and look at it for what it is, you intuitively know that if this person is ashamed to let people know about your relationship. If they're putting you in a situationship, this isn't good for you in the long run. Okay, I'm just going to get a few more on the Bonnie and Clyde. Okay. So this person is promising you, they're saying you're ride or die, that you're a dedicated partnership, that you're Bonnie and Clyde. They're promising you this 10 of Pentacles here. This is about generational wealth, stability, long-term success. But with the Ace of Swords being here, I feel like you're gaining mental clarity on the situation, that they're just trying to hang on to your energy here with the Four of Pentacles. They just want to have a sense of control over you. They're trying to hang on to you. They're trying to hang on to your energy. They're making these promises to you that you're going to have a long-term future together, that you have this dedicated partnership. But I feel like with the Ace of Swords, if you really take a step back, gain mental clarity, look at this from a new perspective, logically, you know that this person is just trying to hang on to you for a sense of control. I'm just going to grab a couple more. Yeah, here's what came out. This is what they're promising. This Bonnie and Clyde relationship, this dedicated partnership, we're going to have this 10 of Pentacles, long-term generational wealth, be this power couple, have this stability, this established family. But really what they're going to end up giving you is these swords. They're going to have you trapped in your head with the Eight of Swords here, feeling disempowered, full of negative self-thoughts, isolated, feeling like shit about yourself because they're ashamed of you. They don't want people to know about you. And it's going to end in a 10 of Swords where you end up betrayed and defeated and suffering a great sense of loss and pain. So that's the reading. And just, I mean, somebody's afraid to make things official with you or to let people know about your relationship, that isn't going to be anything that is going to give you happiness in the long run. It's just a recipe for pain and disaster. It's not going to lead to a happily ever after. It's going to lead to basically this 10 of Swords and this 8 of Swords where you're just trapped in your own head and heartbroken and devastated and betrayed. If somebody really loves you, really wants to be with you, they're not going to be ashamed to let people know they're with you. And they're not going to hide you from their friends and family. And if their friends and family don't like you or don't approve of you, and they really care and really want to be with you and really want to plan this happily ever after future with you, they're going to choose you over these other people, this other group. And if they're not willing to do that, if they're a mama's boy or a mama's girl, daddy's or whatever, and they're not going to side with their partner over their mother or their father or their sisters or their brothers, then they're not worth having. They're spineless. They're not somebody that you would even want to be in a relationship with. So that's the reading. If you liked it and it resonated with you, drop a like, comment, or subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.